I am Lamont at Large, and today I am at the Sam and Lindsay Porter Memorial Park here in Independence, Missouri. I am here to visit the memorial of a girl by the name of Jennifer Long. In loving memory of Jennifer Ray Long, loving daughter, sister, cousin, niece, granddaughter, and friend. December 22nd, 1981 to January 22nd, 1998. Let it be. Let it be. Let It Be is a song by the Beatles that Jennifer would often tell her friends that she would want that song played at her funeral. And on January 22nd, 1998, Jennifer was walking home from school when she was approached by a man in a truck by the name of Wesley Ira Perky. Now, depending on what story you want to believe, whether she went willingly with him or was kidnapped, she got into the truck of Wesley Perky and was taken to his house. She was thrown into the basement where he raped and killed her with a butcher knife. After Jennifer was dead, Perky got an electric chainsaw and subsequently dismembered her limb from limb over the course of 2 days. After he was done, he takes the remains of Jennifer Long and throws them in a fire pit in his backyard. Throws some logs on her, pours diesel fuel everywhere, and sets it ablaze, reducing her body to nothing more than ashes and a lower jawbone. He takes her remains and dumps them in a cesspool 200 miles away from his home, and that's it. You fast forward a couple years, the crime is unsolved. Her family doesn't know what happened to her. He's working as a plumber and was hired to do a job in Kansas City. He's paid $70 to fix a woman's sink. Her name was Mary Ruth Bales. She was a victim of polio as a child and would use a cane and or a walker to get around. She gives him $70 for parts for the sink. He takes the money, buys crack cocaine, and the prostitute. He comes back the next day, takes a claw hammer, and murders Miss Bales. If it wasn't for the neighbors having a bad feeling about him and seeing him lurking around her house afterwards, he would have never got caught for that crime. The neighbors see him, call the police on him. They get there just as he's leaving the house, place him under arrest, go inside and find Miss Bales' bloody body in the living room, slumped over. He's charged with her murder and is sentenced to life in prison. While sitting in a prison in Kansas for the rest of his life, Wesley made a lot of enemies in prison. So him thinking, man, I would really like to get out of this state prison and go to a federal prison. I'll go ahead and admit to the killing of Jennifer. Him hoping that he'll get fancier digs in a federal prison over a state prison, he immediately calls an attorney and confesses to the murder of Jennifer Long. But that plan obviously backfired because this person is not very bright. The prosecutors in the case go for the death penalty, being that it becomes a federal crime when you commit crimes across state lines. Him transporting Jennifer from Missouri to Kansas automatically made it a federal offense. They convict him of first-degree murder, rape, and kidnapping, sentence him to die by lethal injection. He is currently serving his sentence at the Terre Haute Federal Penitentiary in Indiana. He has an execution date for December 13th of this year, 2019. And boy, that date couldn't come fast enough. There's a special place in hell for people like that. And I want to conclude the video by saying this. Jennifer Long did not have a very good upbringing. She came from a very troubled home, a fractured home. This memorial is only here because a couple that does a crime podcast heard about a story, did an episode about her, and started a GoFundMe to raise money to buy this bench here in this park. This is all that's left on this earthly plane to remind anybody who might be walking by, running by, riding a bicycle, that this girl existed, that this girl had a life just so much as I have and you do as well watching this. This is all that's left. Her remains were never recovered. So let's all remember this 16-year-old girl that lost her life in such a brutal fashion. She had dreams, she had goals, she had ambitions, just like we all do, right? This is Lamont at Large. I'm signing off. Thank you for watching.